Hello again. I'm really delighted to have Madeline here with me today. She has a visual impairment too, but actually you can see a bit better than me, can't you?
Yes, I can.
Okay, and Madeline, originally from New Zealand?
That's right.
So you'll pick up a bit of her twang as we go on. What have you, well, you've brought rhubarb, haven't you? Tell me about the rhubarb and what we're going to make with it.
I've pulled this morning about 20 minutes before I came here.
Wow, so it's really fresh?
It's really fresh. It may have slugs. So we have to get this ready, so we'll have to clean it and cut the tops off.
And then what are we going to make with it?
We are going to make rhubarb and pineapple jam.
Now, I've never heard of that before. Where do you think it comes from?
I think the recipe is American.
So Madeline, if you take the leaves off, I'll go and wash it and then we can start chopping.
Okay.
Okay?
So if you just roughly chop it,
Yep.
Don't need to be fussy because we're going to stew it down.
And you said you wanted 10 cups, didn't you?
Yes, that's perfect, Penny.
I like to be perfect. I try my very best. I am not always successful. So what are your top tips for cooking when you can't see so well?
It's being systematic and organised and having enough space to be able to cook.
I agree completely. I've been known to be completely mad here with bowls and chopping boards and pans all over the place. And then it becomes really a bit of a health hazard. I'm going to knock things over, get things on the floor, trip over and all the rest of it. What else do you recommend?
Well, everyone has their favourite knife. I like a small vegetable knife.
Yeah.
I find that the easiest to use.
I agree. And you were saying this one's a little bit longer than the one you prefer, isn't it?
Yes, that's correct. I would have one about 2 inches shorter than that.
Yeah. For me, the reason I use a little knife is because it's light and I'm feeling with it. So big chef's knives are just a bit clunky to get that sort of level of feel that I'm looking for. And I'm sitting here, whizzing through this rhubarb, and I expect it could be dicing with death as to whether I can chop a finger off. Oh, we just had to cut because I was being far too over the top and overconfident about cutting myself. And of course I did straight away, but not actually on my chopping finger, on the one next door to it. So we don't get blood into what is going to be a pink rhubarb and pineapple jam. We don't want it more pink than it should be. There's a plaster, beautifully applied. Now I'll carry on. You haven't said anything.
Well, I'm just wondering if plasters handy plasters is another thing that the visually impaired cook needs.
I have one. This is actually, micropore or a version thereof in a little dispenser. So you can see I can just whiz it out, whack it on, and that means that I'm not getting blood all over the food or all over me or all over the cooker.
So the next thing is to pour your rhubarb into your pan.
Okay.
That's good. Is your tin of crushed pineapple, which you've opened earlier. So just pour that in on the top.
And here's the sugar.
Yeah, and then your sugar. Now it's just a case of stirring it, and this all stirring down. It's starting to smell fantastic, and we're just keeping it moving so it doesn't stick. So the last stage is to add jelly crystals.
I have never used jelly crystals before, and now I understand why Americans call their jam jelly, if that is how they make it. Well, it's very strange.
It does ensure it always sets. So you want to add it and I'll keep stirring while you're pouring it in.
So you're madly stirring and I'm just getting these jars out of the oven. So there's the first one. You can pop a lid on it and then I'll give it a quick wash over in a minute and we'll get all the sticky bits off. So here we go. Madeline,
lovely.
Try some of this jam that you have made so beautifully today. So that's our wonderful summery rhubarb and pineapple jam. Yum. All the recipes are on my website, www.bakingblind.com.